of the events or a repetition of the events that have taken place here in Los Angeles recently, we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man to go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations, I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression.
I didn't know, but now I know. No, we need your black card back. We don't wanna hear you say nigga no more. We need your black card back.
The culture is sacred, and that's all I'm going to say. So you can come to the cookout,
But you can't eat a plate. You have exceeded
your nigga credit limit.
your black
Card has been revoked, 'cause we can tolerate ya, but we don't wanna hear you say nigga no
more.
Good morning, you guys. Let me tell y'all something. I got to arguing again. So I told this bitch that you don't want this smoke, because I am about that life. I've been cut and shot. I'm about that life. But I told that bitch, if you put your hands on me any kind of way, the police will be looking for your ass. And she looked at me, what you mean? I said, because bitch, I have your head. Now hit or leg.
All right, Grand Rising, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your first morning wake-up call. So anyway, with that all being said, let's get into it. Can y'all believe I was on time today? I know, right? And so anyway, let's see who is all in here. Now, everyone, please be sure to like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. All right, and if you don't like what the Queen is cooking, you already know what to do. Exit stage and left, and don't let the virtual doorknob hit you on the way out. All right, shout out to One Muscle Power. Mr. Elevation in the house said that the nefariousness continues. You already know. Okay, Tangi is here. Re-educated soul, 504 Nola, Pinty Lola, Overthoughts. All right, let's get into it. Everyone, please hit that like. All right, Deronda, I see you, beloved. Kathy B, One Who Cares, Mr. Elevation, Nessa G, Donna, what are y'all doing up so early? Mommy is up in here. Okay, and so let's get into it. Hey, Khalid, Truth No TV, Lady Kubina is here, Beatrice, Light Brown Sugar Sister. All right. Okay, hey, December. Now, with that all been said, let's talk about it, because Drake, now he has more issues than just Kendrick, okay? He also has a gambling addiction, allegedly. Now, this fool lost $565,000 betting on the Tyson Fury fight. Yes, he did. It's all so nefarious. Everyone, please get those likes up. So let's talk about it. I did a TikTok about this yesterday. I started to come on live, but I really just couldn't make myself do it. I was too busy. Now, here's what they reported. The New York Post says Drake loses $565,000 bet on Tyson Fury after his loss to Alexander Usyk. Now, Drake doubled down betting the $565,000 on Tyson Fury ahead of his undisputed heavyweight championship, the bout with Alexander Usyk. Now, Usyk won the fight, a split decision thriller, which included a near stoppage of Fury in round 9, out costing Drake $565K. Now, Drake has had other high-profile bets that he's lost, including losing $400,000, okay, on Jake Paul's fight against Tommy Fury. Betting Paul, who lost by a decision, was thinking that he was going to win by a knockout. Drake also bet $1 million on Argentina to win the 2022 FIFA World Cup. And while they did, he lost the bet because the match was decided by penalty kicks. He also lost $2 million, okay? $2 million Canadian dollars on Israel Adesanya in his November 2022 shocking knockout loss to Alex Pereira. I mean, I guess when you have that kind of money and you got a $400 million contract, you can play these kind of foolish games. But why? But I digress. Now, there are a slew of others as well, but it hasn't stopped him from placing lofty sums of money on major sporting events. Usyk's win over Fury bumps him to 22-0 for his career. All right, so let's talk about the rest of the foolishness that Drake's done. Drake's invested in that stakes.com, that cryptocurrency online casino app. He's one of the investors for that, or he's officially an ambassador. Okay, shall I say. And so let's talk about it. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Ahmadiyyah Shakur. Drake has a myriad of problems at this time, but one of them is gambling. So let's get into it. Now, it's common knowledge in the industry that Drake has a gambling problem, and Kendrick already called him out on it. At the end of the day, he's lost even more money just days ago due to him betting such a hefty amount on the Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk fight. He lost over $500,000. Please pay attention. So Champagne Poppy lost $565,000 on that fight. More than $500,000. And at the end of the day, how we know that this is a serious issue for him? Because he bet over $1 billion in the short span of just 2 months. This is all so crazy. Please pay attention. Now, Drizzy has been making waves in the online gambling industry ever since he became an official ambassador of the online cryptocurrency casino known as Stake.com. You see, and this is why Kendrick says that he has a gambling addiction. Now, Stake supposedly allows celebrities and streamers to get free currency for the marketing and allows the individuals to keep a certain percentage. They're also famous for their VIP program. Now, let's just take a closer look at BBL Drizzy's gambling habits just to see how bad it is. So in 2021, that's when he joined Stake.com. And within a span of 2 months, he wagered cryptocurrency worth over $1 billion on sports and casino bets. Now, due to Drake's bad track record with sports bets, many believe in the Drake curse, where any athlete endorsed or wagered on by Drake suffers a defeat. Drake has wagered millions on sports bets, suffering many defeats in soccer and UFC. For example, losing $2 million on one UFC bet back in 2022. But he's been luckier with the NBA and the NFL, bagging $2 million, betting that the Kansas City Chiefs would win Super Bowl 57. Now, Drake also gambles on casino games, especially roulette. In 2022, he took home over $12 million on a roulette spin. Drake has hosted 5 live-streamed events called Drake vs. Stake, where he hands out Bitcoin packages worth up to $75,000. Now, one day he won nearly $25 million himself, while on another he started with $8.5 million. Now, he ended, of course, with less than $2,000. And some people believe that the money that Drake gambles on Stake.com with is actually deposited by Stake itself. Now, if you ask me, it would behoove Drake to pay attention to the likes of Bruno Mars, who clearly has been said to have a gambling problem. Recently, it was reported that he owed the MGM Grand Casino $50 million. Now, of course, they came out and disputed that and said it wasn't true, and maybe it isn't. But at the end of the day, he's in partnership with them. So are they really going to tell everyone? Do they really want us all to know that he owes them that kind of cash? I wouldn't think so. Please pay attention. And then there's Kevin Hart, who also has been rumored to have a gambling addiction. He blew his entire award check from BET in the amount of $40,000, allegedly, and now his wife has supposedly banned him from going to Vegas. And there are several other celebrities that are rumored to have gambling problems. That includes Charles Barkley, Tobey Maguire, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and Leonardo DiCaprio. Now, I'm sure BBL Drizzy isn't so concerned about how much money he loses on these wagers, because at the end of the day, he still has his baby daddy, Lucian Grange. Please pay attention. One thing's for certain, no matter how much the 69 God wagers, the biggest gamble that he's taken as of to date and lost so significantly is when he dared to challenge Kendrick Lamar to a rap battle. Okay? That cost him far more than anything in his bank account. Please pay attention. All right, he needs to sit down somewhere. Hey, C-Stan, thank you for your donation, beloved. Peace and love and blessings to you. Okay, so I just find it all so nefarious that he's out there spending. I mean, how do you bet $1 billion in 2 months? Absolutely crazy, if you ask me. All right, I'm not pocket watching, but I just find it all nefarious. That says to me he has a serious gambling addiction, okay? That's what it sounds like at the end of the day. Just sounds crazy. Now, with that all being said, let's talk about Chet Hanks. We're going to get into Kendrick's lyrics in a minute, because I just happened to be listening to those lyrics last night, and then I said, you know what? I looked at the lyrics. I looked up the lyrics on that site that crashed a few weeks ago. And so I was sitting there looking at all these double and triple entendres and just putting 2 and 2 together and clearly getting 4. And I said, Kendrick is a genius, which I already knew, but that just further confirmed it. Okay, so now let's talk about Chet Hanks trying to explain the Drake and Kendrick beef to his father, Tom. So Chet Hanks hilariously explains Drake and Kendrick beef to his father. to his confused dad, Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks bizarrely weighed in on the explosive Drake and Kendrick Lamar feud this week in hilarious messages shared by his son, Chet. Hold on, beloveds, these pop-ups are nefarious. And so Chet, who's 33 years old, who has previously dabbled in rap music, he shared screenshots showing text between him and Oscar winner Tom Hanks, who's 67. The text began with Tom saying, saved as Pops. It was saved in his, the texts were saved as Pops in Chet's writing. Now it says, Big Man, can you explain the Drake Kendrick Lamar feud to me? Chet responded, yeah. So Drake and this other dude, J. Cole, been saying they along with Kendrick are the big three in rap. Then Kendrick put out a song saying, F the big three, it's just Big Me, initiating the beef. Chet, who has rapped under the alias Chet Hayes. Have you all heard Chet Hanks rap? I see why he quit, but let me continue. He says, then Drake was like, you got small feet because you're like 5'5" or whatever. And then Kendrick was like, you're a deadbeat dad, and then he made fun of his Canadian accent. But it didn't even matter because then Kendrick dropped another West Coast banger where he really went in on labeling Drake a PDF file. That was pretty much the sonic equivalent of when you took me up to your high school in Oakland and we walked in on the basketball game and everybody started going nuts. Like if you heard it, you would just automatically know how to crip walk with a stank face while clutching an Oscar in each hand, like Marshawn Lynch. Then dap him up and tell him town business, which solidified the win, not only for Kendrick, but the entire West Coast. Now, I'm sorry. Say what now? He said if you heard the song, you would automatically know how to crip walk. Is that how he thinks that works? Chet continued saying, it was pretty much the sonic equivalent. It says, and then Tom responded saying, holy cow, those are fighting words. People taking sides? Who's winning? Chet replied, did you not just read what I said, followed by three crying with the laughter emojis? Chet was slammed by his father, Tom's fans, in February of 2022 after he claimed he didn't have a strong male role model growing up, as they insisted he was an entitled brat who threw his dad under the bus. Chet claimed that he did not have a strong role model during his teen years while he was struggling with the pressures of having celebrity parents. I mean, so Tom Hanks was really, let me just show you all this long arse tweet or text that he sent. Like stuff, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. You all see that? Now, this just goes to show that you have an Oscar winner who's 67 years old and not someone who looks like us asking about this beef. That's how you know how far it has spread, okay? That's how you know how far it has spread. This beef is legendary. It's global. I mean, you have people in different countries even talking about it. All right? So anyway, with that all been said, my mom said, so his parents weren't the role models. What am I missing? Well, he basically said years ago that he didn't have a male figure that was a role model. So he was clearly talking about his dad. I don't know why he said it, what happened, but people said he's a spoiled brat. And a lot of rich kids are. Now, I don't know if he is or not, but I do know that a lot of them are. So now let's talk about these lyrics. I'm not going to go through the whole song, but we're going to talk about some of these lyrics, okay? Some of the ones that I liked the most. So, hold on, I've got it pulled up on my screen. Okay, so the part where Kendrick says, how many ops you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body. I'm John Stockton. Now, for those of you who don't know who John Stockton is, he's like one of the best. Well, he's out of the NBA now. Of course, he's retired. But he was one of the greatest point guards ever. Okay, so pass on that body, point guard, passing the ball. Y'all get that. But anyway, that's nothing compared to the rest. So when he says certified PDF file, if you notice when he said the end of the word, he didn't pronounce it file like F-I-L-E. He pronounced it foul like F-O-W-L. Why did he say it like that? Because that rhymes with owl. Okay. And Drake's logo is an owl. All right, his logo is an owl. Now I'm going to get to that in a minute because that's nefarious too. Please pay attention. But nonetheless, then he says trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. Okay, that's basically that's a triple entendre because for one, he said strike a chord and it's probably A minor. So it has three different meanings in my opinion because first of all, A minor, and Drake's been accused of dealing with minors. So there's one. And then second of all, when they call him white boy all the time, you know, they're always saying, and in the song is literally called They Not Like Us. Well, he's basically saying Drake is not like us. And they call Drake white boy. And, you know, basically he called him a colonizer too. So what is he saying? Because all the A minor chords are all white keys. There's no black amongst them. Okay. If you know anything about the piano, which I played when I was a kid, D, E, and A, all of those are all white. All of those minor chords are white. So that was the second thing. And then I know you've probably heard the phrase that really strikes a chord with me, which is like an emotional response from somebody. And basically we know that Drake is a big wussy. So of course he gives emotional responses. Think about when he came back with the Heart Part 6 with his response. It was so lame and whack, right? He didn't really even go in. All he tried to do was just try to, you know, I don't know what he was trying to do, to be honest, but it sounded ridiculous. Okay, he couldn't do anything after those PDF file allegations were put out there. Is all I'm saying. All right. Lena said that song was classically written poetry. Absolutely. Okay, and then and then when he says he called him a freaky ass ninja, and he said he's a fan, freaky ass ninja, he's a fan. Well, that's an acronym. Okay, fan is an acronym. F-A-N, fan, and then freaky ass ninja, F-A-N, and then not to mention the word fan, when you call someone a fan, that's short for fanatic, okay, which is someone who's obsessed, okay, and that's what Drake is. He's obsessed with our culture, and that's why Kendrick called him a colonizer. That's my opinion. Now, that's what I got from it. I absolutely thought it was all genius, okay? Danielle said, that's right. I played piano in college. Yeah, I played piano. I started playing piano when I was like 8 years old. Okay, so with that all being said, let's talk about his logo. Let me pull it up on the screen. Now, I want you all to pay attention because this is OVO. This is the logo for OVO. And it means, according to Drake, it means, oh my gosh, I forgot what it means. It means something about October. Hold on, I'll get to that in a second. But nonetheless, I want you to look at the bottom. Look at the letters OVO. Now you can see those same letters in the owl's face. Look at the eyes and the beak. It's shaped like an O, two O's and a V. Okay, so that is how he came up with that, I'm pretty sure. That's how he came up with that, I'm pretty sure. I got to look this up because it means something about October. Hold on. Let me pull that up real quick. And here's the thing. It also is something nefarious, okay? This is something that's used as satanic symbolism. Also, the so-called, that secret society that has the word Lumi in the middle. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say the word because I don't want ScrewTube putting a notification on the screen. See that? Yeah. Okay. Clearly satanic. I just want you all to pay attention. All right. I just want you all to pay attention. And so that tells me a whole lot about Drake as far as I'm concerned. They also use that for witchcraft and amongst other things. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Yeah, it stands for October's very own. That's what he says that OVO stands for, October's very own. And, you know, speaking of October, that's the month for Halloween where they do satanic rituals, if you know anything about those Satanists. Okay, they like to do them specifically on Halloween. And so is that what Drake is talking about? I have questions because it probably is. Now, let's talk about the history of this. Exposing the secret owl society. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but I just want you all to know that hidden symbolisms is very much a thing in the music industry as well as in the movie industry. Please pay attention. I'm going to pull this up on the screen so you all can see it real quick. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? All nefarious. All nefarious. It says there is a fair amount of evidence that the owl is the chief symbol of an elite yet undiscovered secret society moving through history. Okay? And they talk about uncovering the lineage of this secret society where they do magic. And oh, here's another thing I want you to pay attention to, because you know an owl is a nocturnal animal, and that basically goes along, it's a nocturnal creature, and that goes along with Drake, because I remember Drake saying one time that he comes alive at night. Okay? Said he comes alive at night. So a secret owl society, a hidden fraternal order that uses the owl as its trademark. It could very well be exerting a hidden yet continuous and measurable influence on world affairs, undetected by scholars, journalists, and historians. This secret owl society remains well hidden. But if we take a look back in time and connect all of the fraternal orders that have owls for their logos, we begin to see its lineage operating for centuries. All right, I just want you all to pay attention. This is all nefarious. And here it has pictures of all these symbols. Let me put this back up on the screen. I mean, many times they have used this. Even Disney. Hope you all can see that. Okay, so Disney used it in 1937 in the movie Snow White, New York Herald in 1918, National Press Club, the Bohemian Club. You already know about that, where they have that grove. Okay, y'all know what I'm talking about. And then it says the Illuminati, 1776. I didn't mean to say that word, but too late now. And then Yale. Okay, so I just find it all nefarious. Please pay attention. So it says it belongs to a private San Francisco. Oh, indeed, there is a secret owl society moving through history. Then its most recent manifestation is that the mysterious Bohemian, what I just said, okay, that grove that I was telling you all about before, okay, a 2,700-acre compound located at 20601 Bohemian Avenue in Monte Rio, California. It belongs to a private. And I want you all to pay attention to this, because you all remember a couple of months ago what Ryan Garcia said. Okay, you all remember, if you remember, I did a broadcast. I couldn't say all the things that I wanted to say, so I told you to go to the other platform and watch it. But you remember what Ryan Garcia said about that place just a few months ago, so please pay attention. Now, they say it belongs to a private San Francisco-based men's art club known as the Bohemian Club, a confederation of the world's most powerful men who visit in mid-July each year to perform a pagan ritual at the foot of a giant owl dressed in robes and chanting incantations. All sounds nefarious and wicked. Well, nefarious is wicked, but nonetheless, it all sounds real sketchy is all I'm saying. And some of the people that they claim have gone there, there's a long list of people. Many of them are presidents. I'm not going to read all those names right now. So I just want you all to pay attention. Likes up, everyone, please. Don't forget to like and share. Thank you in advance. And if you missed the very informative collaboration I did with attorney Gavin Richard Esquire when we talked about Diddy's case, please make sure you check that out when you get time. So anyway, I just want you all to pay attention. And now let's talk about his little protege, okay, his little bestie, Sexyy Red. Okay, because Ra Ali went in on her. She said she wasn't being disrespectful. She was just basically calling out some of the stuff that Sexyy Red does. Okay, so let's get into it. Overthought said, great live that was. Thank you, beloved. I'm going to share my screen so you all can see this video.
Now, Ra Ali sits down with On the Contrary, which is a podcast for her On the Site blog page. And she has some thoughts about Sexyy Red. So let's hear what she has to say.
It's going to be something that goes out in a public forum. I don't mean any disrespect to Sexyy Red. I'm not looking to beef with you. I don't want to argue with you on Instagram, okay? But to have something like that planted,
crazy,
and to have a woman that's of us say, I can't even say it out my mouth without feeling like I don't even want a sound bite of me saying some of the stuff. And then we have our people saying, "Oh, she's so funny. Oh, this is so funny." It's funny. It's funny. You actually think that's funny? Like, okay, I'm not hating on her. You get it how you live.
That's crazy.
But the fact that we are embracing it, but then somebody like, I'll just use Gabrielle Union. Oh, she's whack.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of people you know what I'm trying to say? Oh, she's like, we are so lost as a people. We are so lost, and it comes from we come from slavery. At what point are we gonna stop saying it's about slavery?
We got to move on.
I want better for my people, and I'm not talking about Sexyy Red. So in this clip, they're discussing the dichotomy of Sexyy Red and how her vulgarness has become the fan favorite. Now, somebody like Gabrielle Union is deemed boring because she doesn't do the salacious things that Sexyy Red does or says. For the ignorant people in the back, you have to understand that Sexyy Red is a part of what is called ghetto fabulous culture, which is a subgenre of Black culture. And because it's a subgenre of Black culture, it actually exists in the sphere of Blackness. I'm going to refer you to this research paper that was done on the ghetto fabulous aesthetic in contemporary Black culture. And the reason why it's important for you to read it is because it's going to lay out how Sexyy Red and her subculture is a part of Black culture. And everything that Sexyy Red does is nothing new under the sun. She is simply embracing her subgenre of Black culture.
I'm sorry, I can't listen to the rest of that BS that she's about to say. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Now, I love Nosy Bystander. I follow her on TikTok, but at the end of the day, and I usually agree with her talking points. But with this, I cannot, because I was quite frankly surprised at what she said. She literally tried to make it make sense about Sexyy Red being a whole hood rat, okay, and a ghetto bird, because that's what she is. She literally tried to make it make sense in talking about this ghetto fabulous subculture. There's nothing fabulous about being ghetto. Let's get that straight. When people say ghetto fabulous, there's no such thing. You cannot be fabulous and ghetto. You're either one or the other. Okay? I'm sorry. I don't promote people acting ghetto, even though I can get ghetto if you tick me off enough. But what I'm saying is, I don't go around on a regular acting ghetto. All right? Because there's a time and a place for everything. Would you go to a job interview for a corporate position and act ghetto? I guarantee if you do, you will not get hired. Okay? And that's just the way it goes. And let's not say it's because of your skin tone, because likewise, if someone came in there acting like they just came from, one of those places where there's a whole bunch of trailers, talking crazy and looking crazy, they wouldn't get hired either. Not in corporate. So with that all being said, the thing is this. I get what Ra Ali is saying, even though I'm not a fan of hers either. But at the end of the day, I absolutely get what she's saying because I've said it myself 1,000 times or more. Okay? At the end of the day, this young lady from Nosy Bystander is trying to say, that this is nothing new. What she's doing is nothing new. No one said it was anything new. There's always been degenerates amongst us. There's always been people who act like mammies amongst us. There's always been some of us who want to act like fools. There's always been that. Now, for her to say that that's part of our culture, because that's what she's basically trying to say, that we just need to accept it, let me say this. There is gang violence. That's a part of our culture, unfortunately. Okay? We're known for having gangs. Now, I'm not saying other people don't, but I'm talking about us right now. So with that all being said, at the end of the day, are we supposed to just sit by and accept it because that's what's always been going on? I absolutely don't think so. I absolutely do not think so. Okay? Ghetto fabulous was actually created to be an insult, so it is not a good thing. Okay? I am a pineapple guy, and that's my opinion. Okay? A pineapple guy, is that how you spell it? Or a pineapple guy? Well, I appreciate you. And you're right, because it is supposed to be an insult.
And you see, that's the foolishness of people who say it like they're wearing it like a badge of honor. Oh, I'm ghetto fabulous. No, you're ridiculous. Okay. That was definitely meant to be an insult, just like when they say welfare queens. When they say welfare queens, you think they're calling you a queen, so you're supposed to feel good about yourself? Please make it all make sense. Okay, I'm just saying, our people really are lost, okay? And the sad thing is, me saying the things that I say about Sexyy Red, some people get upset about it. Some people don't like it. They'll say, oh, you just hating. Because they love to tell people that you're hating when you speak the truth about certain things. Let me tell you something. Because I was in Nosy Bystander's I was in her comments last night when I saw that video, and I left a comment, and I was basically saying, please let's stop saying that people are hating because they give a contrary view or opinion. Because everybody doesn't have to agree with you. If you think Sexyy Red is good, you like her music, and you don't think she's a problem, then that's fine. But don't get mad because someone like me or Ra Ali or anyone else does think she's a problem. She makes black women look bad. And by the fact that Nosy Bystander wanted to pull up some articles like those are her receipts, well, let me just pull up mine since she took it there. Let me just pull up mine at the end of the day, because here's the problem. I want you all to pay attention, because this is the thing here. Sexyy Red went to a school. Do you all remember about 3 weeks ago, I showed you a video where she went to a school to speak to kids? Who's sending her? Who is sending her to school to speak to people's children? If I was a parent, I would have been livid. Now, she didn't get to speak to them because they asked her to leave because they said she smelled like she'd been smoking those trees. That's what they said. She was going off on the security guard or whoever the guy at the school was that told her she had to leave. She did a video going off and all of that, but she didn't deny that she smelled like that. So I'm just saying that shows you the level of class that she has, which is none. Okay? She has no class, and that's just the fact. Now, that all being said, and I don't care who's mad. If you're mad, you know what to do. Now, with that all being said, let me share this on the screen, because here's what it all boils down to. They use people like Sexyy Red and Lizzo out there with her cheeks out everywhere. Now, Lizzo's at least beautiful, but what I'm saying is all that righteous stuff that Lizzo does is too much too, okay? And she thinks that that's just empowering women. No, it's making you look like a fool. And if it was so empowering for women, how come they don't promote women of another race who look like that? By that, I mean not us. How come they don't have women... not Adele. Adele has lost weight, but why don't they have women that are the same size as Lizzo out there doing the exact same thing and promoting that? Why don't they have some of them acting like Sexyy Red and doing that? No, they won't do that. Okay, they won't do that. Now, you all can't see this. I'm going to try to enlarge it. Like stuff, everyone, please like and share. Now, read some of these titles to these articles. Okay, one of them says the war against black girls, addressing the adultification. And they're basically talking about, how they, over sexualize them. Okay, and they promote things to them to make them be that way. They act like it's okay. Black women's experiences of gendered, racial, sexual, and all of that. Okay, the hyper sexualization of black and brown women. There is more. I mean, there's many of them. Okay, there's many of them. And there's many articles about this stuff, and there's been studies and all of that done. This is all by design. And if you don't have sense enough to see that, then you are lost. Okay, you are lost. If you don't have sense enough to see that this is a problem, then you are lost. And if you're a person who does that and you feel like it's nothing wrong, then you're still lost. At the end of the day, you need to get yourself together and have some dignity, some respect, and start dressing to where you leave something to the imagination and carrying yourself like a lady with class, style, poise, and grace. All right? That's just what you should do. That's just what you should do at the end of the day. And then this is helping us to be more disrespected. Okay? The black woman is the most disrespected person in the world. And why? Because of people like Sexyy Red, because of people like Lizzo, okay? At the end of the day, why would they send Sexyy Red to a school to talk to people's children? Because they want to promote that debauchery to your children so that your little girls grow up to be like Sexyy Red. They don't want to send people like, Serena Williams to your children's school to speak to them. They don't want to send people who are successful, okay, like the first black woman to be a NASCAR driver. They don't want to do that. All right? Like the two young ladies that I showed you all a video on the backup channel, for those of you who saw it, the two black young ladies, teenagers, who actually solved that equation. Do you all remember that? Do you all remember that? What were their names? Let me look them up again before I move on. Like stuff, everyone please like and share. They don't want to promote black excellence is all I'm saying. They want to promote debauchery and foolishness. Okay? And talk about ghetto fabulous. There's nothing fabulous about being ghetto. Please pay attention. Here it is. Their names are Calcia Johnson and Nakia Jackson. Okay? These beautiful young ladies solved the Pythagorean theorem. They solved it, all right, using trigonometry. And this has been impossible for nearly 2,000 years. These are the types of people who should be speaking at schools, not Sexyy Red. But you see, they don't want you raising children like those two young ladies. They want you raising those that go out and act like fools, just like Sexyy Red. That's what. And they have her out there flashing that money. How come every time we see her, she's always got this wad of money like it's a cell phone, carrying it around in her hand? This is all to entice young girls, teenagers, and even younger to do what she's doing, to want to be like she is. Okay? And it's really sad. I'm glad I don't have daughters in this day and age at the end of the day. All right? But anyway, let me continue. Likes up. Everyone please like and share. Thank you in advance. Now, with that all being said, let's talk about Drake saying the N-word with a hard ER. Right? That's what he said. This must have been when he was trying to learn how to talk like us. All right, I want you all to pay attention. Now, mind you, because of the way he said it, it clearly is a racial slur. So I edited the word, okay? I edited the word. The first part of it you don't hear, and that's on purpose because I don't want ScrewTube to give me any trouble. But at the end of the day, you can clearly hear where he said the hard R on the end. Please pay attention.
I was like, I used to see out and be like, yo, that's that. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. He opened for Jay. You know, he had records. He was killing them. He worked with Pharrell. He worked with the Clips.
Did y'all hear it? Let me play.
I was like, I used to see out and be like, yo, that's that. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. He opened for Jay. You know, he had records. He was killing them. He worked with Pharrell. He worked with the Clips.
Now,
I was like,
whoever posted that, that was someone posted that to their page on Instagram. That's where I happened to see it. And you can see on the caption, they said they were feeling some type of way after hearing Drake pronounce the word with the hard R. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because you see, here's the thing. Drake is not like us. And Drake doesn't really talk that way. He talks that way. I showed you all the footage. I showed you all a video where he was at home with his mom. He was at home with his mom and she was making him a sandwich or something. And he was upset about the sandwich or whatever. You all remember that video? And we heard how he really talks. Okay? He doesn't talk like us. He talks like us when he's around us. That's what that is. That's an act. Okay? Drake is nothing more than an actor portraying himself as a rapper. It's just a part. It's just a role that he's playing. Okay? So at the end of the day, when he was talking right there, he was a little relaxed and comfortable, and the real him came out. He said it the way he normally says it. Please pay attention. Okay, please pay attention. And then someone tried to say, you know, these little Drake defenders, they really get on my last nerve. Just take your L and please leave. They tried to say that, oh, you know, you all are reaching. Now you're going off on Drake, but if so-and-so said that, talking about somebody who's not like us, then y'all wouldn't be saying anything. Please sit down. And why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? At the end of the day, we're calling Drake out because he is basically a culture vulture, as far as I'm concerned. He already said in that other video that I showed you all that he's not really like us. He said he didn't grow up around us. He didn't have to say it specifically, but he said he grew up around those other people. That's what he said, his own people. Okay? And the ones like Vlad, he said that already. And there's nothing wrong with that. But my point is, don't sit here and act like you know all about our culture when clearly you don't. Okay? It's just an act. That's all it is. It's just an act at the end of the day. So that all been said, listen, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. I want to thank you all for tuning in once again. Please like and share this video, subscribe to the channel. Listen, I'm going live right after this on the same channel because we have got to talk about the new shocking information about Diddy. Okay, let me drop the link really quick. Because I'm going live to talk about some more information that has come out on Diddy. And Diddy is done, okay? It's a wrap. We knew it was a wrap already, but when that video footage came out days ago, that's when we really knew. That's when it was confirmed. Whatever we were all thinking, we knew at that point that it was a done deal. Diddy is out of here. It's no coming back. I mean, hey, just look at how they did Ray Rice. We haven't heard a peep from him since. There is the link to the next live. I hope to see you all in the chat. Everyone, please like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. With that all been said, I love you all to life. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. By the way, there's 13 minutes before the other live starts, okay? It actually starts at 8:30. All right, so with that all being said, I will see you all there. Peace.
Yo, Nick, hit him with that flavor. Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. That's See right. A bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. Real slick. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why